Welcome back to another episode of The Summer Hikaru Died. So, first of all, it's a bit of a new setup. If you're used to the previous one, this is a bit of a different one. But anyways, apart from that, in the previous episode, we got a bunch of kind of not really lore, but just hints at stuff happening, and they gave us grounds and they gave us a lot of food for theories, right? So that was great to see. You guys pointed out a few things that I was theorizing, obviously, in the previous episode. You guys pointed out a few things that was mentioned that I forgot to include in my theories, which is number one, I was theorizing about, like, was it the same deity, the same yokai that came down all like many times before? Was this the same one as this Hikaru, and why would it be so bad or so primitive at imitating a human and stuff like that, if that were the case? But you guys didn't mention that in episode 1 it was said, or Hikaru mentioned, that this is the first time they are possessing a human. So that would mean that the husband of Rie, I forgot her last name, but Rie, of the woman that came down, she said that the husband came down, it was different than it was before, right? It was kind of like a deity. That would mean that that wasn't Hikaru. At least if Hikaru is to be believed, that this is the first time they're possessing a human, which I'm inclined to believe that. But yeah, that would mean that it wasn't them. Also, another, which, yeah, that in turn means this would probably be the first time that Hikaru's, or this entity, is down here as a human. Interesting. The other thing is, it was never confirmed, you guys pointed that out, which, yeah, I agree with, but I didn't explicitly say. When Hikaru's dad went to the mountain, I was making theories about, you know, Hikaru's dad being possessed by the entity, and now Hikaru being possessed by the entity, and maybe it's this bloodline that's been possessed by the entity over and over again, and it maybe goes back to the entire flashback that we saw, or, yeah, I guess memory that we saw of someone who looks oddly like Hikaru, holding a head that looks maybe, I mean, it has black hair. I was gonna say it looks kind of like Yoshiki. It doesn't. It just has black hair. So I was theorizing maybe that those two families have like a bond that's been going on for generations. But you guys did say that it was never actually confirmed that Hikaru's dad got possessed or anything like that. It just went up to the mountain and disappeared. Which, yes, 100%. It was never confirmed that he got possessed, but it's a possibility, right? He never came back down for people to see him, so he probably actually didn't get possessed. He just got taken. But still, it is something that you guys pointed out. Yeah. Apart from that, another thing is, yes, that I find really cool is how Yoshiki is kind of like grounding Hikaru, and kind of like he's almost like a safety pin for Hikaru, right? As long as Yoshiki is there, and I don't know if this is gonna, I feel like this might actually weigh on him a lot, because even if Yoshiki would want to get away, and I saw a comment pointing this out as well, and I totally agree, if Yoshiki would want to get away or like run away from the entire situation and stuff like that, he couldn't, right? He couldn't, because if he runs away, then Hikaru would, or the entity possessing Hikaru, would most likely go haywire, right? And many people could get hurt if that were to happen, right? So that's interesting, because he is kind of like a failsafe, a safety pin for Hikaru as of this moment. So yeah, we'll see where this is all gonna go. It's so good. Like, every episode keeps getting better and better and better. It's a fantastic anime, so I'm excited to find out where they take this. But if you want to watch this, Uncut and Unblurred, as always, on my Patreon down in the description. And let's go into The Summer Hikaru Died, episode 4. Oh. Oh, okay. Interesting. The way that he's acting, sorry, I know I'm pausing like 1 minute in, but I really like the way that Hikaru is acting, because it feels like it's actually a child slowly growing up, right? And realizing things about himself, about his body and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's really interestingly done. And I did see a comment that I find really interesting. There was like, basically talked about how basically this Hikaru is basing its personality right now off of the memories of Hikaru, but in the grand scheme of things, it's still a baby growing up. So as it grows up more and more, it's gonna develop probably some of its own personality as well, not just the Hikaru's memories, right? So it's gonna be interesting to see how it develops, or which direction the personality that he develops goes in, depending, or like basing Hikaru's memories for the personality, right? I wonder how much it's gonna start to deviate from the original Hikaru personality. That's gonna be really interesting to find out. Oh god, that's this guy. Summer Festival. We're getting a festival episode. I like these two. They're chill. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. He wanted to show off. What's your last name, ma'am? No, she doesn't have a daughter. She didn't mention a daughter. Interesting. Okay, I think she... Nice. Wait, let me see something. Was there anything special about the train that was coming? No. She seems to have a similar thing going on as Rie. I need to remember her last name. I don't remember it. She seems to have like a similar power, if you can call it that, sense, whatever you want to call it. Because the girl did say that, oh, you often have good intuition. So I'm guessing she often hears things that she shouldn't be hearing and senses things that she shouldn't be sensing. Interesting. I was waiting for this. I knew he was gonna be excited about it. Aww. No. Whoa! Okay, interesting. She also has similar moles to, or beauty marks or whatever, to Yoshiki. Okay, so only the Indo family knows how to do the ritual that they keep talking about. Ooh, here he is. Okay, wait, you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna actually start taking notes because there's a lot of things happening here and I wanna take notes, so cut. Okay, took some notes. So what I have written down is basically the main names. So Hikaru Indo, Yoshiki and Kaoru Tsujinaka, Rie Kurabayashi, Kohei Indo, and then there's Tanaka, who is the hunter. Those are the ones that I have written down right now. I know some of the other characters also have names, but I forgot them. And then the other notes that I have is Kubitachi. So they just said that thing has been bound to Kubitachi. So I'm guessing the Kubitachi is what the mountain is called, right? So Kubitachi Mountain, Unuki-sama. And then we have Indo's ritual, because they said that only the Indos can perform the ritual. And then cross pendant, which was very oddly zoomed in earlier. So I just wrote it down, the cross pendant that the guy had. And then there's the moles from Tsujinaka, or the beauty marks, which seems to be hereditary, I guess. And then there's Kaoru not being in school, which they alluded to, and something happening in the past. And then Kurabayashi's husband being taken over at some point in the past. And then also Kurabayashi having a son with some kind of scar, whether that's a mental scar or a physical scar, we don't know. But that's the other thing that we know. So those are the things that I have written down right now. Scar. He has a scar. So I'm guessing he's Kurabayashi. Maybe. He could be, at least. 300 years, yeah. He's accessible. Maybe he's not the son of Kurabayashi. I feel like he would have known this if he was. Kameyama. Also, they're singling it out a lot. Kubitachi village as well, yeah. Kibogayama. Whoa! Kibogayama town. That's so cool. Whoa! Nonoki. Nonoki. I think I said Unoki earlier. I mistook it. It's Nonoki. It bounced off. So he can't go through it. Interesting. Okay. True. Eh? Hmm. Okay. Interesting. Oh. Oh yeah, this is what we saw, right? Yeah, I remember that. That was episode 1. So you saw his body. What did you do after it?
は寝込んだ。起きた時には、お前が帰ってきとった。他にもいろいろ違和感あったけど、そんなんで普通、別人とか思わんやろ。
The face.
お前やば。多分その時はもうこうなっとったけど、体を修復するまで数日かかった気するから、その時にってことよな。半年間ずっと抱えてたってこと？だから不眠になったんや。
So that's when his heart problems began.
ヒカルに会いたいな。本当に早い家出たい。なんでよしきはさ、都会に行きたいんや。仲はクソや。なんであんなにうちの家族のこと探ってくんねやろ。またお前んとこの音やんと。
Wait, sorry. Let me go back.
なんでよしきはさ、都会に行きたいんや。仲はクソや。なんであんなにうちの家族のこと探ってくんねやろ。
Yeah.
またお前んとこの音やんとおかやん喧嘩したんか。うちの親、仲悪いのいつものことやのに、ヤサブローのばあさんとか聞こえよがしに。そういうヤサブローのところも、この前大喧嘩してたやんな。跡取りのユウスケ君が病気やって。
ユウスケ。
病気やないよ。同性愛者や。
Oh, this is the manga panel. Oh, let's go. Yusuke.
狭すぎて養液もできやん。じゃあさ、今日は俺んち泊まるし。都会に来たなったら、俺んとこ来たらええ。よしき見て。カニカニ
Oh man, that's the only manga panel that I knew from this.
俺、どっか行ってくる。さ、俺さ、代わりにはなれへんかもやけど、お前のこと絶対守るし、お前のお願いなら、なんだって聞いたるから。
Interesting. So, wait. The entire thing with whatchamacallit. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the autopiloting of him going home, right? My first thought was that maybe something possessed him to kind of program him to walk home. I don't think that's it. I think it's more so, I don't remember what the condition is called, but sometimes after a person has like some kind of like attack, whether it's a panic attack or epilepsy attack or anxiety, any kind of like really stressful attack on the brain, stuff like that, sometimes brain goes into like an autopilot mode and it has some pre-programmed actions in it that sometimes takes. And it's kind of like a defensive mechanism as far as I understand it. I'm not fully knowledgeable about it. I just remember seeing a bit about it. And I think that was more what was happening there. Was his brain kind of going into shutdown mode and just going into full autopilot to protect the body and basically walking him home, right? Because of the, I'm guessing, like the panic attack or the shock that he was feeling in that moment. That's what I'm gonna guess happened. I don't think there was anything of like him being possessed, and that's when he started getting the entire all of the panic attacks, all of the heart palpitations, and that's when he started taking the medication and stuff like that, right, for it. Makes sense. Seeing a dead body would do that to you. Seeing a dead body of your best friend, childhood friend, would do that to you especially, right? And then seeing your best friend just wake up and just being there, acting like nothing happened. Yeah. The other really cool thing or really interesting thing is Tanaka. What happened with Tanaka there? Right? He tried to go into, or he approached this, and something in his body was like, oh, you do not approach this. So that's interesting because we know that there are different entities that go within people, or like there's not only Nonoki-sama or whatever. I'm guessing Hikaru's Nonoki-sama. There's not only one of them, because we saw we heard about Rie's husband also being possessed and coming down as something different, right? But Nonoki or Hikaru said that this is the first body that it's possessing. So we know that there's multiple. So I wonder if Tanaka also has something within him that wouldn't allow him to go through this gate right here, right? I don't know though.
作るために僕、内臓一つ持ってかれてるんで、なんか。
Oh, never mind. I should have just kept watching.
僕は霊感だとかこれっぽっちもないんで、こういうやり方してんすよ。会社の推奨するやり方は嫌いですし。それで結局、あれはいたんか。ああ、いえ。ですが、来てたのは確かです。人混みに惹かれたんでしょうね。ああいうのは人間が好きなんですよ。だから人の多い場所を好む。ただ、普通の汚れならまだしも、あんなド級のがどうやって人混みの中を目立たずに移動できたのか。もしかして、何かに化けてるかもしれないですね。
Man, Tanaka really needs to talk to Rie. She would tell him so much useful information. Oh, Rie! Oh, come on, man. So that was the son. Ooh. At the credit scene. Was this before he got killed? Yep. He was trying to do the ritual, right? Makes sense. He had the thingy in his bag. Oh, Yoshiki. Unuki. Sometimes they say Nonoki, sometimes they say Unuki. I had both of them written down. I'm guessing they're different things. Interesting, so it's kind of like accepted, or he accepted it into his body. Hikaru. Okay. Dude, what an episode. So many things happening. So, first of all, let me talk about Tanaka. I think he is... like, I had a bunch of theories about him when he said everything that he said, but I'm pretty sure all of the theories are just completely disproven now. Like, at first I had a theory of him being, you know, the son of Rie Kurabayashi. That's not true, because he would know more about the entire town and stuff like that. And the way that he was talking about the town is as if he knew nothing about it, right? He was just extremely suspicious of everything, which would be the normal response. But yeah, he doesn't seem to know anything about the town. So I think, yeah, there's no way he would be the son of Rie Kurabayashi. Even ages wouldn't perfectly work out, but I was like, maybe that would be a way for it to work out. But no, he's not. And also, then I had a theory about him, you know, being repelled by the barrier that he set up. But no, that's also not the case. The reason why he was in pain was because of him paying the price of giving up one of his organs to set it up, which makes sense. It's an insane power or trade-off or whatever. I wonder how he's even doing that, right? I guess it would be something something similar to the entire ritual that they're doing with the human head or whatever. It's just that he has to do the ritual, or I guess the summoning of the barrier, by using one of his one of his organs. It's not too far-fetched considering everything else happening, right? That would make sense. And then there are so many things here. Here at the end with Hikaru, so he didn't get actually killed by the thingy, by the monster, Nonoki, Unuki, whatever it is. He didn't get killed by it. He slipped, banged his head, was about to die, and then took in the being into his body, right? It seems like he was trying to set up or do the ritual that the Indo family was supposed to do, right? Because he said, oh, I'm gonna fail the duty or whatever, right? So yeah, it seems like he was gonna go and set up a ritual, but he failed. He took in the monster to not let Yoshiki be alone. I wonder if that, yeah, I mean, that will of his, I was gonna say, I wonder if that will influenced the being, but of course it did, of course, because it took his memories and stuff like that, so of course it influenced him. So okay, that's the other thing. And then the big thing as well in this episode that we found out, I have all my notes here, is the entire family. So the family Tsujinaka family, there's a lot going on there, right? Both the sister Kaoru and Yoshiki have like the most. I didn't notice them on the mom. Granted, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, sorry about that. That was loud. Sorry. Let me go back. Let me see a scene with the mom. Because she was shown quite a bit in this, or she was shown a bit. Where is it? Where is the scene with the? Here it is. Oh, the mom. Wait. The mom doesn't have him. I wonder about the dad. Maybe the dad has him. Because, yeah, wait, also, does the sister have them on the exact same spot as Yoshiki does? Two under the eyes, one under the lip, from what we can see. Yoshiki has more of them. Oh, wait. One under the eye, one under the lip on the other side, and then one under the other eye, and then two on the neck here. No, the positions are random, are different. Are beauty marks hereditary usually? I don't think so. I don't think they're a hereditary trait, right? It's not like freckles, right? Which freckles I'm pretty sure are hereditary, but I'm pretty sure beauty marks are not. Are usually under normal circumstances. And I'm not, I don't know, but that would be interesting. Maybe we haven't seen the dad and stuff like that, so maybe the dad has them. But the interesting thing is the family is very scrutinized, and even when they were kids, Yoshiki was talking about how their family or his family is so scrutinized, and like everyone's talking behind their backs about them. That's interesting. I wonder what the reason for that is. But it seems like the Indo family wasn't against Yoshiki and Hikaru hanging out and being really good friends, right? Even when they were kids. So it seems like even though their family is scrutinized, the Indo family, which I feel like were kind of like shown in this like really good light because they were like the people who were doing the ritual and stuff like that, they weren't against the kids hanging out together. So that's interesting. And then what else is there? They've been doing it for 300 years. Son with scars, Kurebayashi husband, which we saw at the end there, but we haven't really seen much about it. And then there is Kaoru not being in school. I wonder why exactly that is. Oh yeah, the cross pendant. Oh! They talked about how there are no churches here, right? Only one shrine that's supposed to be here for Nonoki-sama or Unuki-sama or whatever, right? But there was one guy who had the cross pendant. I wonder what that means. I wonder if that's that's definitely gonna play a role, because he seems to be a Christian, but there are no churches here. So what does that mean? Maybe that person doesn't subscribe to the religion of Nonoki or whatever. I don't know, but that's interesting. That definitely is gonna play a role. Okay. Interesting. Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. I wonder how this is all gonna come together eventually, but I guess we'll find out. For now, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.